students, parents, members of the various institutions, and specially invited guests. Welcome to this, our first session in our Your Journey to the CMU series. My name is Najee Yunus, and I am the Vice President of Education on the CMU Students Union, and I also serve as a brand ambassador. Now, while we'd love to have you here sauntering on campus, visiting our centers, interacting with faculty and staff, we understand that that is simply just not the responsible and smart thing to do right now. And so, in a time when being socially distant is the new norm, this is our way of reaching out to you. Now, each of our sessions, which will be convened every Wednesday for the coming weeks, will focus on the faculties and the centers through which our programs are offered. Now, we will also be providing information about our student services, our student union, and our overall student life so you can have better insight to what happens here on campus. Today, our info session focuses on the Faculty of Shipping and Logistics. But before we get into things, please join me in viewing a short video about the history of the CMU.
Caribbean Maritime University cadets on display at Parade Square on the main campus at Palisados Park in the Jamaican capital, Kingston. The campus is now 6,000 plus strong, a far cry from the 30 students around when the governments of Norway and Jamaica set up the institution that would eventually become the CMU, the Jamaica Maritime Training Institute, back in 1980 at Norman Road in Kingston. At the time, the plan was simply to train enough Jamaicans to man the 5-ship fleet of the Jamaica Merchant Marine. Devron Newman is the Dean of the Faculty of Marine and Nautical Studies, just one of several now at the CMU, and he was one of the first Jamaicans to be trained back in the 1980s.
I decided to join the Jamaica Maritime Training Institute at the time because the opportunity presented itself, and I saw this as an opportunity, something different from the traditional career paths that existed at the time.
The focus then was on short courses, just 3 months.
It was very interesting, it was very challenging, it was different, but I think what made it most interesting was that we didn't know a lot about what we were getting into. That's my intake, and as of such, we enjoyed all the challenges that were presented to us.
By 1984, the Norman Road location had become inadequate, and the main campus was moved to the current location, Palisados Park, on the shores of the Caribbean Sea, near Norman Manley International Airport. The partnership between Jamaica and Norway was strong.
The Norwegians were very professional in their daily duties. They were very organized, very disciplined, and they taught us quite a lot.
In the early 1990s, the Institute continued to expand. More programs were added, more staff recruited.
I joined the Caribbean Maritime University in 1990 as secretary to the principal, Rodolphe Boyris.
What was it at the time?
At the time, it was the Jamaica Maritime Training Institute.
By 1993, a name change. It was now the Jamaica Maritime Institute, JMI, and fully Jamaicanized. The first Jamaican executive director was appointed.
It was a small institution. It was headed by Commander Michael Rodriguez. The student body was also small in number as well as staff population.
In 2001, even more programs were added as the institute expanded its focus, and a new name underscored the change. It was now the Caribbean Maritime Institute, CMI. Then came the big change: university status in 2017. In just a matter of years, the organization had expanded rapidly from short certificate courses to diplomas, undergraduate degrees to doctoral degrees.
Those changes in terms of the status of the institution have given me a sense of pride in terms of where we're coming from. Knowing where we're coming from at Norman Road, at a very small uh, building which housed about 30 cadets at the time compared to what we are seeing today. That has been significant, and it's very much appreciated. Being a university, that is the ultimate in terms of the educational institutional status, and it has afforded the seafarers not only the option of getting a certificate of competence, but also to be awarded with an undergraduate degree.
The institute was training far more professionals than just seafarers, to include engineers, logisticians, welders, to name just a few. Several other faculties had been set up and centers of excellence, such as the FESTA Authorized and Certified Training Center and the Center for Digital Innovation and Advanced Manufacturing, CDIAM. Nicholas Kitchen is Technical Marketing Officer at the CDIAM, which boasts the largest collection of 3D printers in the region and is a center of excellence in areas such as additive manufacturing, augmented reality, and virtual reality. He was a student during the transition to university status.
Being a part of, or being a university now, gives you a greater sense of pride and a level of accomplishment which I can't even imagine. Now, for everybody is just so excited about the transition, everybody talks about it. We're now a university, we're now able to fully compete with the rest of the universities around the world. And for me, that is one of the greatest things.
It has been exciting, and it's really great to know that coming from a small project, which it was with the Norwegian and the Jamaican government, to standing on our own and owning ourselves as a university, it's really great to have been a part of that.
All right, and so ladies and gentlemen, as I had mentioned earlier, today we'll be focusing on the Faculty of Shipping and Logistics. And to tell you more about the inner workings of the faculty, our program offerings, and our job prospects, I'm going to invite Miss Nigel Smith, who is both a past student of the university and currently serves as a lecturer within the faculty, to provide you with some more information. She will join us after the next short clip.
Good morning, parents, students, and special invited guests. My name is Nigel Smith, a lecturer under the Faculty of Shipping and Logistics. It is with great pleasure that I was given the opportunity to speak on behalf of the Faculty of Shipping and Logistics. Being both a past student of the then Caribbean Maritime Institute and currently a lecturer at the now Caribbean Maritime University has equipped me in both areas of the university. I made my decision of enrolling in the then institute because it was my knowledge that no one or country would ever be fully sustained, and movement both on an international and local level would be imperative. And henceforth, my qualification at the time would be of great importance. I've worked in the field of shipping and logistics for many years and still do today as a consultant. Being in love with what I do, I decided to go back to the university to help with the molding of future maritime logistics shipping field workers. Under my faculty, you will learn lots of fun stuff, like why vessels are lined up in our harbors, about territorial waters, international trade requirements, and why ships float. Here is a small PowerPoint presentation outlining our faculty in some more details. The objectives of our faculty, or the objectives of my presentation, is an overview of the program, programs offered, and job opportunities. The Faculty of Shipping and Logistics is one of the specialized programs that is offered under the umbrella at the Caribbean Maritime University, which has been offered for many years. The faculty concentrates on movement of both living and non-living products, both on a local and international level. Our degrees are recognized both on a local and international level. The bachelor's degree is a 4-year full-time or part-time program. This interdisciplinary program is designed to equip personnel with management skills and know-how. The courses offered to the region delivered through selected local and regional distance education by print, face-to-face, and tutorial computer support. Some of the programs offered under my faculty: we offer port management, logistics and supply chain management, international shipping, cruise shipping and maritime tourism, along with customs and freight forwarding. There are many job opportunities under our faculty. For instance, transport and storage distribution managers, purchasing managers, shipping and supply chain managers, industrial production managers, production planning and expediting technician, maritime journalist, harbor, port management, maritime resource management, and the list goes on. For instance, logistics analysis, customer service agents, purchasing managers, international logistics managers, operations managers, supply chain managers, logisticians, logistics managers, inventory managers, supply chain managers, crewing agents, liaisons officers, customs clerk, and so forth. Thank you for listening to my presentation on behalf of my great faculty. Are there any questions? Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Ms. Smith, for your inspiring presentation. And I'm sure our students here would have heard you well. And ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the entire session today, you'll have an opportunity to ask your questions. So if there's something that Ms. Smith said or other presenters are about to say that you believe you need some further clarification on, feel free to remain and ask it after. You can send them to me, put them in the chat, and feel free to engage us as we try our best to engage you in this cyberspace. And so at this point in time, we will be now joined by Ms. Stacey and Jack. She is the sports coordinator in the Office of the Student Affairs, who will give us an overview of the student services that the university avails to all our students. And she will be followed by Ms. Stephanie Green, who is the Students Union PRO, who will just give us a little synopsis of what the student union and campus life is like. Ms. Jack? Okay, we're having a bit of technical difficulty at the moment, so we're just giving Ms. Jack a few more moments to come from. But in the interim, I'd like to know where our participants are joining us from. If you love to know your high school, the parish, so we can give you some explicit big ups, as the young people say, so we can know where you're coming from, just where our demographic is, so we can have greater engagement as we try to, as I said earlier, our very best to connect with you over cyberspace. Again, this today is the first of our installment of the Your Journey to the CMU series. And of course, we would love to have you here on campus, as is usually the occasion. But of course, in light of COVID-19, the pandemic and all its concomitant effects, that is definitely something that is not achievable at this moment in time. So again, if you're just joining us, we'd like to know where you're joining us from, what high school, what parishes, let us know so we can have a greater idea of where demographic is coming from. You never know, you may get something at the end of the presentation. Just engage us as we engage you. Definitely. So today we're focusing on the Faculty of Shipping and Logistics. We just heard from Ms. Nigel Smith, who is one of our distinguished lecturers in the Faculty of Shipping and Logistics. And a fun fact is that she actually served as a lecturer, as a student rather, many years ago at what was called the Caribbean Maritime Institute at the time. You know, As we played the video earlier, I was reminiscing on all the history we've been through. We were the Jamaica Maritime Training Institute to become the Jamaica Maritime Institute, then the Caribbean Maritime Institute, and of course, on September 28, 2017, we became the Caribbean Maritime University, recognizing maritime excellence both here in Jamaica and overseas, as we stand as the citadel of maritime excellence, research, and development for the entire Western Hemisphere. And so, just continuing to await Miss Jack's arrival.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Stacey Ann Jack, and I'm the sports coordinator within the Office of Student Affairs. This morning, I'll be sharing my screen with you. This Office of Student Affairs goes by the motto, our students, the heart of the CMU. One may ask, what are the main functions of the Office of Student Affairs? 1, to foster a good relationship between students, faculty, and administration. 2, to promote student success. 3, to promote growth and development amongst our student population. The Office of Student Affairs consists of 11 units: placement, discipline, housing, clubs and societies, welfare, sports, counseling and chaplaincy, international students relations, alumni relations, and the creative arts. What is placement all about? This is the Industry Awareness Program, shortened IAP, which helps students on internship program within industry partners, example, the CEPROD, Jamaica Public Service, Jamaica Continental Bakery, and Nestle. The IAP program prepares students for full-time employment after graduation. It was just 2 weeks ago that the placement unit hosted its virtual career fair. So due to the pandemic, we had to host the career fair virtually. And students were given the opportunity to be interviewed, and also some students gained employment within those interview sessions. The discipline unit. The discipline unit plays a major role within the Office of Student Affairs. The main functions of the discipline unit includes to ensure proper deportment of all students, including proper monitoring of online and face-to-face classes. 2, ensure students' adherence to university's code of conduct, investigate and adjudicate student disciplinary matters and other complaints and grievances, assist students transition to the university, and most importantly, assist with the safety and security of our students. Housing. So due to the current challenges with the COVID-19 pandemic, housing is currently unavailable until further notice. However, the services includes the following. We oversee the Admiralty Housing Facility, which is located in Port Royal. Dorm wardens liaise with housing coordinators within the Office of Student Affairs, and we accommodate a total of 160 persons per semester. Clubs and societies is also an important and exciting part of our university life. Clubs includes Environmental Club, Debating Club, the MOVA Club, which is the Men of Vision Action Club, Kiwanis Club, and Circle K, and so on. The Clubs and Society is designed to meet the varying needs of the student body. Clubs are guided by faculty advisors, which set their own governing body, and they also meet on a weekly basis. They also host events and engage in outreach activities. Welfare. The welfare unit functions include health insurance, Earn and Learn program. The Earn and Learn program is an opportunity for students to work, to be employed on campus while studying. Special Assistance Lunch Program, the PATH Tertiary Bursary. We encourage our students to apply to these programs early during the application process, which is semester 1, September 2021, semester 2, January 2022. The PATH Tertiary Bursary. This bursary is offered through the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. Eligible applicants must be a PATH beneficiary from high school. Once you're eligible, you'll be granted $100,000 towards your tuition. Application forms are available online or at the Office of Student Affairs. We implore students, after completing the application form, to submit all the relevant documents, return to the Office of Student Affairs for processing. Sports. Sports is one of the most interesting aspects within the university. This helps to balance students' lifestyle. Our sporting teams include cheerleading, fencing, rowing, football, basketball, netball, volleyball, hockey, rugby, track and field, which is currently revamping, and swimming. Our cheerleading team is one of the most successful teams within the university. We're 6 times intercollegiate champions and 2 times world university champions. Our football team are also finalists of the 2019 intercollegiate football competition. Our rugby team are also 2 times intercollegiate champions. One may ask, what is sports doing during a pandemic? So due to the current challenges affecting physical activities, student athletes are currently engaged virtually. So these virtual activities include sports webinars, sports quiz competitions, fitness tests, skill-based presentations, electronic games, and competitions. What is the procedure to partake in these online activities? 1, the student athlete must complete an online registration form. After completing the form, he or she will be assigned to a group based on the sport that he or she majors in. 3, the student athletes or athlete will be provided with activities. Scheduled activities will be sent to all students a week before the start date. And to make it interesting, for some of the activities, we award points to the winning teams. Counseling unit. The counseling unit plays a very integral role within the university. The counseling unit helps students to maintain good mental, social, emotional, and spiritual well-being. We also offer service to individual and group counseling. All sessions held virtually or by telephone, and once school is in session, we also have face-to-face sessions with the counseling unit. Appointments must be made through the counseling unit. International student relations. This unit provides support to our diverse international student population. Sometimes we have students applying to the university from China, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, Bermuda, Antigua, and so on. We also assist them with the immigration processes, appoints international student ambassadors, and also assist with the transition to university life in a foreign country. The alumni relations. This also plays a very important role. As a graduate from the university, it's important that you support and give back to your university as best as you can. To collaborate with the university is very important. This creates a strong link between the university and its graduates. The creative arts. The creative arts seek to engage students who are artistically and creatively inclined. So if you're good at drama, you're good at singing, playing the piano, the drums, the guitar, this is where you want to be with the creative arts team. 2, students are given the opportunity to creatively express themselves locally at the CMU and on a national level in competitions held by the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, Talawa, and several others. 3, students are engaged in creative expressions such as visual arts, literary arts, and the performing arts. The Students' Union. The Students' Union plays a major role within the university life of students. It is a democratic student-led organization that seeks to represent, support, and enhance the lives of its members. Also, the Office of Student Affairs provides advice and guidance to the union in whatever activities they are planning. For more information, please contact Student Affairs at cmu.edu.jm. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jack. And I know I enjoyed the presentation thoroughly, and I'm sure the other students here can say the same. At this point, as I mentioned earlier, I'm now going to invite Ms. Stephanie Green, the Students' Union PRO, to talk to us about campus life and what the Student Union offers to our students. Stephanie?
Hello, good morning, everybody. I hope I'm being heard and seen properly.
Hi, Stephanie. Yes, I'm seeing and hearing you. Wonderful.
Okay, so here it goes. Now, the CMU Students Union is a governing body which was established essentially for student representation, and we serve under the motto, breaking limitations through innovation. No, I'm sorry I didn't have a PowerPoint ready for you guys, but I hope you guys can visualize with me as I go along. Now, basically, in our representation, we aspire to foster relationship in an atmosphere of free and academic inquiry. We also insist upon freedom of responsibility and excellence in any academic area that is offered under the Caribbean Maritime University from whatever program it is. Now, the CMU Students Union also attempts to promote cohesion within the student body across the different faculties and campuses, alongside acknowledging alongside acknowledging and catering to their diverse needs, because different students oftentimes come with different needs and we have to cater to them uniquely. Now, we also seek to develop and implement comprehensive and effective activities programs yearly designed to meet and supplement the social, cultural, and academic needs of our students. And though we are serving amidst the crisis, I can say that we have tried our best to do this as effectively and efficiently as possible. And I can name just a few initiatives and activities which we have put together this year, which is in an attempt to better serve our students. Now, first, we have the scholarships and welfare programs. Now, we call this initiative CMU SU Cares and or Financial Aid Initiative, or TREE. These initiatives are two initiatives that we came up with within the COVID-19 pandemic, which seems to relieve students from any academic burdens, from any financial burdens and or technological burdens. Now, we saw where online learning has become our new normal, and through this, we tackled it with loaning our students devices in whatever period of time they need it. And this is something that we recently, no, we did not recently came up with it. However, we recently named it the Tree Initiative to give it, better publication. Now, we have numerous student organized initiatives through the different live sessions. We have different parties, we have different events where we sit and talk to them. We have, sometimes we have forums, and the engineering representative specifically has different industry awareness programs for her engineering students and multiple different stuff. Now, we also have campaigns for student awareness. We have campaigns that are yet to be launched, but one that we have launched recently is the Getting to Know Union campaign, where students basically get familiarized with what we do and how we do what we do under our different portfolios. And we also have, better marketing of the CMU Students Union and better communication for students. Now, if you guys have any questions, queries, comments, concerns, feel free to ask me, because this essentially concludes my presentation. If if any questions come after I finish speaking, you guys can feel free to contact the CMU Student Union at cmustudentunion@gmail.com, or our Instagram page is always there. So thank you for listening. Have a good day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've almost come to the end of our presentation. I want to thank all the presenters so far. I want to thank Ms. Stephanie Green, Ms. Stacey, and Jack, and communications team for helping to put this together. A precursor to our next sessions, as I mentioned earlier, today is just one of the sessions that we're organizing around the theme, Your Journey to the CMU. And so our next session, focusing on the Faculty of Engineering and Applied Technology, will be next week, April 28th, 2021, same time, same place. We'll also have another one, not the following week, but the week after that, on the 12th of May, focusing on some of our flagship programs at the Faculty of Marine and Nautical Studies. And then we'll wrap it up 2 weeks later with a final presentation on the 26th of May for the Center of Security, Counterterrorism, and Non-Proliferation. And so it's a pleasure is now mine to conclude the program today. It was definitely a pleasure to moderate it, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you, and even more of you next week, as we explore the offerings of the Caribbean Maritime University. Again, this was our first session in our Your Journey to the CMU series. My name is Najee Nunes, and it was my pleasure to moderate.